everyone, it's Katsumi, and today I'm summoning the cards for a timeless reading. So, whenever you find this, trust there's a message here meant for you. Now, let's unravel the mysteries waiting in the cards. Ooh, okay, we have things popping out. Time for a deep dive. Ooh, so that's the center energy for today's reading. Time for a deep dive. So, you're diving deep into a lot of things at this time, right? Good, bad, we'll find out, right? I'm sure there are plenty of things you're thinking about. There's things on your mind, right? And that's just requiring you, oh no, I bent my card. Oh no. But that's requiring you to, take some time, think about it a little bit, right? But you're also letting it shine, right? For some reason, I ended up bending this card, so perhaps you have to bend a few things in order for things to work out, perhaps, who knows, right? And you have to also use your mind wisely. Okay, so yeah, you are juggling quite a bit, I'm getting. And universe is asking you to let spirit be your guide at this time as you're going through these things. And this and that are true. So while one thing could be true, another could also be true, right? And the abundant universe will provide. So trust that everything's going to work out in your greatest good at this time as you're deep diving. Ooh, okay. So we also have Be Here Now. A whole bunch of cards fell over on the side, but you did get to think on your feet. Love is all around you. You see clearly now, and slow and steady wins the race. So a lot of energy is popping up at this time, right? And so you're deep diving. You're probably going through a lot of thinking, a lot of thoughts. You're meditating, right? A lot of stuff on your mind. Okay, let's see what else you have here for today's theme. Make your dreams real and trust the great mystery. Very cool. And bottom of the deck, you have a rebirth is assured. We're getting a lot of rebirth energy recently. We had one in the past reading too, the past timeless reading. And I think there's a lot to think about when you are in a deep dive. So let's dig into that a little bit more, right? So let's check out what's in the spread for today. And this is going to walk us through your situation, what's going to help or hinder you, right? What's your past looking like, your near future? Ooh, okay, so your situation, I back down when I need to. Five of Pentacles. So with the Five of Pentacles, you have hardships, financial loss, and you're seeking support at this time. So that's probably why you're in a thinking state of that deep dive at this time. So just take some time to relax because you deserve that. You need that at this time, It feels as though many of you are going through quite a bit. So definitely take that time to just breathe. Let your mind relax because you are using your mind wisely, but just take some time to, breathe, relax, halt for a second. You also have, in terms of your what can help you or hinder you, or perhaps what's a challenge, you have the star. So at the time, at this particular time, there's a lot of hope, inspiration, miracles, faith, spiritual guidance happening. And so this might very well be something that you have faith towards something happening, but that's also part of your challenge. Like you're being very hopeful, very optimistic, right? But you might not see these things coming into fruition or reality at this very moment in your situation. So universe is asking you to just back down when you need to, take a step back when you need to, like we mentioned before, right? And just let spirit be your guide. The abundant universe will provide for you at this time. Ooh, so we have two cards. So we have in your subconscious influence. Part of me wants to also put this here, but I'm going to keep it here for now in your subconscious influence. So you're putting your foot down with the Ten of Swords. So with the Ten of Swords, that's all about painful endings, betrayal, and the need for release. So this is a beautiful time for you to just relax, take care of yourself, focus on everything that you need in order to find that sense of bliss again, right? And also Three of Wands, which is all about expansion, progression, and exploration. So your subconscious and your influence is thinking about how do you put your foot down? How do you let go of those painful endings so that you can take leaps forward in order for you to progress and move towards the near future, right? So let's check out what's happening in your past here, okay? So what's happening in your past at this time? And then we'll dive right into your goals and your ideals too. Okay. Oh, two cards again. Okay, so we have I recognize value and I get curious. Page of Swords. So with the Ace of Pentacles, that's about new opportunities happening from your past. So you had prosperity, material abundance. So something along the lines of you seeing the worth of what you have in the past, but maybe through that something happened where you lost some of that material value, right? You lost some of that, the things that you recognized as your prized possessions. You know, perhaps these opportunities may not have surfaced the way that you liked, or the prosperous moments may not have surfaced, but the universe is asking you to take a step back for a second and just, you know, allow yourself to breathe, because you're going into the near future with something happening there. So, and we'll dive more deeper into that. But with the Page of Swords, that's all about curiosity, intellect, and the quest for knowledge. So you are seeking things from the past that you were hopeful for in this current situation. So some of that's probably bleeding into that situation you have here. But with your goals and ideas, let's dive a little bit more deeper into what that's looking like and how that's going to aid you in your near future, right? So goals and ideals, these are things you're serious about. Wow, we're getting quite a bit today. Um, but yeah, you have I indulge in my fantasies, right? I can see clearly now, and I confront tough decisions with an iron will. So you have so much energy coming through. You're very passionate about the things that you desire in your life at this time. And so with the 6, 7 of Cups, so the 7 of Cups is about choices, illusions, and daydreaming. So you have a lot of things you want to surface into your reality, right? You have a lot of things you want to envision and see in this reality. And you can see clearly now with the Ace of Swords, which is about truth, mental clarity, new conflicts, and new ideas surfacing. So you are full of ideas right now. And then, of course, you have the Two of Wands, and that's about personal power, planning, and making choices. You are in this planning mentality. You're planning your goals, you're planning everything that is your ideals in life. So, we're going to check out how this is going to lead you into your future state, right? And see what that's looking like. Okay. But so far, you're in a really good mental space to just breathe, take some time, and just plan out what you want for your future, right? So you can regain back some of that value that you might have lost in the past, from the past, or that you recognize that you may no longer have, right? And so let's see what's happening in your near future. Um, hmm. Okay. Okay, very interesting. I rest in power. Queen of Pentacles. So with the Queen of Pentacles, it's about nurturing. That like almost I get nurturing, but it's really about reliability. Well, Page of Pentacles. It's like I'm getting nurturing and reliability at the same time. I don't know why, but it's really about ambition, practicality, and new opportunities. But for some reason, I was hearing nurturing and reliability for some reason. So that might have something to do with it. So maybe you're nurturing yourself, and that's coming into your near future because of the current situation that you're in and the goals that you have. But you're resting in your power. You know your worth, right? So keep going. There are new opportunities on the horizon here with the Queen of Pentacles, right? Well, actually, yes, nurturing abundance and practical wisdom is the Queen of Pentacles. But I was thinking about the Page of Pentacles for some reason. So, getting a lot of mixed messages there, but there's a lot coming in for that. Very interesting, because I wanted to say that this was nurturing, which is true. This is the Queen of Pentacles, but I was thinking about the Page of Pentacles, which is interesting. Okay. So you have a lot going on. Very, very cool. And it seems to be in a very nurturing, very ambitious, very practical way, right? So you're taking things in in a good stride, I would say. And you feel alive with the sun. So upon this near future, your approach going forward is feeling alive. You are feeling the joy, success. You're regaining that material happiness and vitality. So I'm very happy for you there. Okay, now let's check out what's happening in your environment. And this is also a great piece of advice for you as you are going about from your current situation into your near future and how you're going to reach your final outcome, right? So keep this in mind to take the time to see the beauty in life, right? Ooh, okay. I'm going to bring all that back, but you did get I don't shame myself for my regrets. So perhaps there's a message in there for you. You know, maybe there are things in the past that you needed to confront, people you needed to confront, situations you needed to confront, or perhaps things that were confronting you, right? Ooh, okay. Not sure. I think this was. I have no idea. Is this supposed to? I think. I think this was here. Uh, yeah, I think. But some reason, because of all the transitions here, I wanted to put it here as well in your environment. But with the Four of Wands, I always have something to celebrate. So in your environment, you are having that very like celebration, very joyful environment at this time. Four of Wands is really nice because it's about that harmony and like regaining that stability within your environment as well, which is what you are perhaps seeking at this time. Oh, I think this was like this, right? Because I remember you have that as your challenge, right? And what's helping and hindering you. Okay, wonderful. And then what you need to know, right? So what do you need to know right now in order to get to your final outcome? Oops. Okay. Ooh, okay, so I live a rich life, 10 of Pentacles. So with the 10 of Pentacles, it's all about legacy, family, and financial security. So eventually, as you work your way through your approach and into the near future, what you need to know is that you will regain that abundance. You will regain the financial stability that you're looking for in the near future. If you are to pursue this sort of approach where you are taking time to rest and recover and regain that mental clarity to kind of like unfog the mind towards the future of abundance, right? Very, very cool. And with the final outcome, let's see what you have here. And it's looking to be a very positive outcome too. Ooh, okay, so you have the Hangman. I mean, I can pretend I'm fine just till the struggle is over. So that's the final outcome, right? So maybe at this final outcome, I'm getting a sense of, almost like a fake it till you make it vibe, right? Where you like, you're going to make it out alive, but you just have to like kind of almost like imagine the reality you hope to live in order to assume it, right? And that's kind of the message I'm getting here. And at the bottom of the deck, I get IDGF, so kind of like not really caring, about what's going on too much in the sense of that it's like negatively impacting you, right? Four of Cups is about reflecting, contemplating, emotional stability. You're in that phase of just like letting yourself think and breathe and kind of regulate your emotions, right? And having that emotional intelligence. Okay, let's get these final messages for you today. Okay. A lot of great messages. I'm getting a sense that you are going to come out of this, right? And it just takes a little bit of a perspective switch and replanning and rescoping for the future, right? So you also have inner call, soul led, the mystic courage with the blueprint is within the next step, right? And you're creating that blueprint as we speak. You are envisioning your future as we speak, and you're attracting it like a rose. So receive and desire. You also have sustainability. Slow down, That's what the universe is saying. Take a breather, slow down. You got this, you know? Everything works out in divine timing at your pace, right? There's not much to worry about there. And remember your roots and perspective. So don't forget your roots and where you came from. The past is very important to reflect upon. And surrender to the mystery. Trust the universe, right? So that's all I have for you today. It's been a pleasure sharing this reading with you. If it resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.